neighborhood is alive tonight. It's nice to see people out. Hello. Taking in the evening air. It's so nice out tonight. It has cooled down. The heat wave is, at least this heat wave is gone. Hopefully, that'll be it for a while. So how are you all doing tonight? Or today? The neighborhood is alive tonight. It's nice to see people out. We did have a nice cool down after the rain. I didn't come out yesterday because I figured, you know, even though it had cooled down, Joe said it was still a lot of moisture in the air. So I didn't come out then. But there's a guy across the street. He's using a weed eater type thing to clear off, I think probably the sidewalk edges, because it's a empty lot now since they tore that one old house down. You know, I didn't used to like to see any house go to waste, you know, unless it was already about, yeah, but we drive by like old barns and stuff like that, or old houses, and over the years we just see them just tumble apart, and it was like, oh, I want to just go buy it and restore it, but you can't afford to do all that. But now it's getting to the point where you realize a lot of these old abandoned houses that are beginning to fall apart and are not going to be anything done with them before they do, are becoming drug houses or drinking houses for minors. And so now I'm getting to the point where, yeah, I'd rather see the abandoned house torn down and leave a nice clean lot to be rebuilt on, or just a nice open lot to look through, have a little better view. Just sit there and dream of fixing up that one old house, especially when they're that far gone. Don't you love the creakiness of this thing? I'm going to be giving you some of the responses from Mrs. Daffodil. The Mrs. Daffodil we drew last night. I got a couple of really, really imaginative replies in the comments. I hope people keep commenting. I just love reading those, especially, you know, if they're kids or even adults and they just like to add a little whimsy, because everybody needs some whimsy in their life. Hello, everybody. If you remember, if you were around yesterday, you know that I drew a daffodil and then I put a face on it. Okay, cartoonish. It was fun. And then I asked the question, I called it Mrs. Daffodil. And I said, if it was growing in the forest, if she was growing in the forest, what might she be? Sprite? Pixie? Use your imagination. Well, I had two people reply. The first one I did not get at first. I just was not daffimp. She's a daffimp. And I could not figure out what that meant. And finally it's an imp. It's a daffodil imp. It's like anybody else. You've probably figured it out already from the mention. But my brain wasn't going there. So she got me, and she's quite happy about it. Thanks, Carla Sherman. She knew she got me. And then this one got real creative. I really thought this, she got a gold star for this. Pardon me as I lean over to read. And her idea was that in her imagination, a daffodil would be a pixie. She would start out yellow, go out and sprinkle yellow pixie dust to color all the flowers yellow in the forest. When she came home, transparent, she'd return to her stem, land, close her petals, and sleep until she turned yellow again. That is just the sweetest thing. It's like, now that, Glenda Wilson, you need to be writing children's tales. That was just so cute. Oh. But then she'd wake up and go out again and sprinkle more yellow pixie dust. Probably in the fall, I suppose. Maybe even on the trees. It's been a nice evening. And if you are new, welcome. And if you have been here a while, stay around.
Hey guys, I think it's time to go. Glenda's got her net on backwards.
What? You means you got your head turned around. You're a little goofy. I'm a lot goofy.
Don't cry, we didn't mean to make you cry.
Thank you. We are supportive in this group.
Oh, except when we want to give you trouble, because that's the fun part of it.
Time to say goodnight. Because for one thing, my oxygen's... oh, God. It's a good thing it's still kind of running around my face. Yeah, it's cockeyed, all right. Yeah, it's around, somewhere around the nose.
Well, please stick with us. Hey, and we are all about building each other up.
Building up the community.
No matter how many people are in it.
And we just want everybody to be uplifting to each other.
And helpful. That's what we're asking for, Glenda. Helpfulness.
Well, I'll always go for that. See? And
please subscribe.
give us a like.
Share us.
Comment. And come back tomorrow. Please do.
And be sure to smile.
And wave. Smile and wave, everybody. And we will see you tomorrow. I gotta get my oxygen fixed.